Published 0432 EDT, the 18th of September 2017. Updated 0513 EDT, the 18th of September 2017. 5 games into the Premier League, and the shape of the season to come is beginning to become clearer. The two Manchester clubs continued to dominate with big wins, while a change of manager was not enough to arrest Crystal Palace's abysmal start. Here, Sportsmails Ralph Ellis shares 10 things he learned from the weekend's action throughout the league's. Point 1. After a year of being a bit-part player, Cesc Fabregas is back to being among the first names that Antonio Conte writes on his team sheet. The Spanish midfielder, now 30, has been the biggest beneficiary of Nemanja Matics' exit. Last season he never made more than 2 Premier League starts in a row, but so far has missed only one of Chelsea's 7 games through suspension after collecting 2 yellow cards against Burnley. Fabregas is benefiting from the regular action. He created 4 chances in the 0-0 draw against Arsenal, more than any other player. Cesc Fabregas is back to being among the first names on Antonio Conte's Chelsea team sheet too. Daniel Sturridge is reaping the rewards for putting himself through his own pre-season when he spent his holidays working in the gym before reporting back with the rest of Liverpool's players. The injury-plagued 28-year-old believes he's in his best shape in 2 years, and underlined that with his effort in the 11 draw with Burnley, his first 90-minute Premier League appearance since May 2016, Sturridge the team manager goal despite having 7 attempts, but only midfielder James Milner ran more than his 6.6 miles, while he was also among the top strikers this weekend for the number of sprints made, 53. Daniel Sturridge is reaping the rewards for putting himself through his own pre-season. 3. Ashley Young, who rejected overtures from Stoke in the summer, is fighting to convince Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho to take up the year's option on his current contract. The 32-year-old, whose existing deal worth around £120,000 a week runs out next year, grabbed the chance to play as a full-back in the Champions League against Bale and did enough to keep his place in the 40th thumping of Everton. Only Nemanja Matics, 53, played more accurate passes in Everton's half than Young's 37, and the former Aston Villa winger also won the ball back 10 times. Ashley Young is trying to convince Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho to extend his deal for worrying times for England's under-21 captain James Ward-Prowse, who seems to be falling out of favour under new Southampton boss Mauricio Pellegrino. The current star product of the club's academy dragged off at half-time during last week's 20-home defeat by Watford, played only the final 5 minutes off the bench in the win at Crystal Palace. After winning a regular place in the team under Claude Puel last season, it was the 3rd time he's been left out of a Premier League starting lineup already this season, and he's been taken off early in both his other appearances. James Ward-Prowse seems to be out of favour under Southampton boss Mauricio Pellegrino. 5. Andy Carroll's return to fitness hasn't done much good for West Ham's £16 million summer recruit Javier Hernandez, who has had to move out to a wide role in both matches since the big striker got back in Slaven Bilic's side. Carroll playing again is clearly a big boost for West Ham, who have changed their style of play to hit him quickly, a tactic that has helped bring 4 points in 2 games. However, while Hammers boss Bilic has said he believes the two can work well together, a former Manchester United ace Hernandez touched the ball just once in the opposing penalty area in the 0-0 draw at West Brom. Andy Carroll's return hasn't done much for West Ham's £16 million summer recruit Javier Hernandez. 6. Renato Sanches isn't afraid to get stuck into the hard side of the Premier League as he tries to rebuild his reputation during his loan at Swansea. The brilliant Portugal international, who built his reputation before his £30 million move to Bayern Munich for the range of his passing, got little opportunity to get on the ball during the 0-0 draw at Tottenham. Still building his fitness, he got subbed after 58 minutes, but in the time made more tackles, 5 than any of his teammates managed in the whole game, as well as fighting more duels, 14, and winning the ball back most often, 7. Swansea's Renato Sanches isn't afraid to get stuck into the hard side of the Premier League, 7. Republic of Ireland defender Kieran Clark never quite established himself in the Premier League at Aston Villa despite playing more than 150 games in 7 seasons after making his debut as a 19-year-old. A year building confidence alongside Jamal Lascelles seems to have done him the world of good though, and the pair have played a key role in Newcastle stringing together 3 consecutive wins. Lascelles has had the headlines for scoring 2 winning goals, but Clark has been really solid. He made most clearances, 9 in the 21 win over Stoke. Kieran Clark has been really solid since returning to the top flight with Newcastle United. 8. Bristol City will be relieved to see record signing Famara Diadio beginning to get among the goals after paying £5.3 million to sign the Senegal international in the summer. The 24-year-old, bought from French club Angers, got a midweek penalty against Wolves to build up some confidence, but then let midfielder Bobby Reid take a spot kick in the 41 win over Derby. Diadio did get his name on the scoresheet in the end, though, as he grabbed the final goal in the last minute. Bristol City will be relieved to see record signing Famara Diadio getting among the goals. 9. Kent-born striker Cesc Fabregas is benefiting from getting his future settled at AFC Wimbledon after being shunted on loan to 8 different clubs during 6 years as a Crystal Palace player. The 27-year-old, whose career began at non-league at Ebbsfleet, got his first goal for Neil Ardley's side in the 10 win at Blackburn. It's a perfect time for Wimbledon to find some form. They face hated rivals MK Dons at home in a League One fixture this Friday night. Former Crystal Palace striker Cesc Fabregas is enjoying his time at AFC Wimbledon. 10. Uche Ikpeazu was being monitored by all the top clubs as the then teenager scored 28 goals in as many games for Reading's academy team. The Bedford-born striker moved on to Watford but lost his way before ending up on a short-term contract at Cambridge, where he got taken under the wing of boss Sean Derry. Now aged 22, he is starting to blossom again and got the winner against Coventry that lifted Cambridge into the League Two playoff places. Uche Ikpeazu is starting to blossom again at Cambridge United under manager Sean Derry.